The story you're about to hear is a chilling tale of the open road, perfect for late-night hauls when the only company is the hum of the engine and the endless blacktop. If you're watching on Eerie Narratives, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a nightmare from America's highways. Grab your coffee, dim the lights, and let's hit the road with Trucker's Nightmare, the lady who won't let go. It was a muggy summer night in late July, around 2:30 a.m., somewhere on a forgotten stretch of old U.S. Route 66 in the Arizona desert, back when truckers still called it the Mother Road, even though most of it had been bypassed by the interstate. Jake Harlan and his co-driver buddy Rico were hauling a load of auto parts from Phoenix to Albuquerque in Jake's old Kenworth T680. Long-haul runs like this were routine. Black coffee, classic rock on the CB, and trading stories to stay awake. Jake was behind the wheel, eyes scanning the empty asphalt under the high beams. Rico was dozing in the passenger seat, boots up on the dash. The road was dead quiet. No other rigs, no headlights, just the occasional tumbleweed skittering across the lanes like it was running from something. Then the truck lurched hard like it hit a pothole the size of a crater. The engine coughed, sputtered, and died. Jake slammed on the brakes, tires screeching as the rig rolled to a stop right in the middle of the two-lane blacktop. "What the hell?" Jake muttered, killing the radio. Rico jolted awake. "You okay, man?" "Engine just quit. Brand new alternator last month. Shouldn't be doing this." Jake grabbed his flashlight and hopped down from the cab. Rico followed, rubbing his eyes. The night air was still warm, thick with the smell of creosote and dust. Headlights still glowed, cutting twin tunnels into the darkness, but everything else felt wrong, too silent. Jake popped the hood and started poking around. Rico leaned against the fender, shining his phone light. That's when he saw her. Off to the right, maybe 20 yards into the scrub brush beside the road, stood a figure in white, a woman dressed in what looked like a tattered wedding gown, a prom dress, long, flowing, pale as bone under the moonlight. Her hair was dark and wild, hanging over her face. She wasn't moving, just standing there, head slightly tilted, like she was listening. "Jake, you seeing this?" Jake whispered, not looking up from the engine. Rico's voice cracked. "Yeah, she's just standing there, not moving." Jake glanced over. His stomach dropped. She was closer now. Hadn't walked, just closer. The dress fluttered even though there was no breeze. "Probably some lost tourist," Jake said, trying to sound casual. "Hey, you okay over there?" No answer. She lifted her head slowly. No face visible, just shadows and hair. Then she started forward, slow at first, gliding more than walking. Her feet didn't seem to touch the ground fully. The hem of the dress hovered just above the dirt. Rico backed toward the cab. "Jake, get in the truck, now!" Jake slammed the hood. "Engine's gotta start, give me a sec." He climbed under the rig to check the wiring. Rico scrambled into the passenger seat, locked the doors, heart hammering. From the cab, Rico watched her approach, step by step, silent. No crunch of gravel, no sound at all except the faint rustle of fabric. Then she stopped right in front of the truck, maybe 10 feet away. Her head tilted again, like she was staring straight through the windshield at Rico. Rico's hand shook as he hit the horn. Nothing, dead. He tried the key, click, nothing. The dash lights flickered once, then dimmed. Then she moved, fast. 1 second she was standing, the next she was inches from the grill, hands pressing against the metal. Up close she saw her face, or what was left of it, burned, scarred, eyes hollow black pits, skin like melted wax. She opened her mouth, no sound, but the glass vibrated like something was screaming inside. "Jake!" Rico yelled. Jake slid out from under the truck just as the woman floated upward. Yes, floated toward the roof. Heavy thuds echoed overhead, like boots pacing the trailer, then scratching, long, deliberate nails dragging across the metal roof. Screech, screech, screech. Jake bolted for the door. Rico flung it open. Jake dove in, slammed it shut.
Start the damn thing." Rico twisted the key. Nothing. Again, nothing. Third time, the engine roared to life like someone had jump-started it from nowhere. Jake floored it. The Kenworth lurched forward, tires spinning on gravel before catching pavement. They peeled out, speed climbing fast. Jake glanced in the side mirror. She was still there, standing in the middle of the road now, watching them go. But her head, it twisted backward, all the way around, like an owl, eyes locked on the truck even as they sped away. "She's gone," Rico breathed after a mile. "We lost her." But the road kept looking the same. Same faded mile markers, same crooked Joshua trees, same faded billboard for a long-gone gas station. They passed it once, then again, then a third time. "What the?" Jake muttered. "This is the same stretch. We're looping." No cell signal, CB static, engine smooth now, but the fuel gauge wasn't dropping. Time felt frozen at 2:37 a.m. Then the blood started. Drip, drip, red streaks on the windshield, like someone above was bleeding through the roof. Rico looked up, a wet thud on the cab roof, more scratching, closer this time. Jake swerved, trying to shake it. Nothing worked. The figure appeared ahead, same white dress, same burned face, standing dead center in their lane. "Brace!" Jake yelled. He aimed straight at her, floored it. No impact. The truck passed right through her. Cold rushed through the cab, like driving into a freezer. The radio blared static, then a faint voice. "Don't leave me. Take me home." The looping got worse. Same road, same turns, same ghost appearing closer each time, now on the hood, clawing at the glass, fingernails scraping inches from Rico's face. Jake remembered an old trucker tale his grandpa told, something about binding a spirit on haunted routes. He yanked a small pouch from the glove box, rock salt and a crucifix his mom insisted he carry. "Old Indian trick mixed with Catholic," she said, "for the road demons." He rolled down the window just enough, tossed the salt out in a line behind them, while shouting, "Whoever you are, you're done here. Go back where you came from." The scratching stopped, the cold lifted, the engine smoothed. One last loop, and suddenly the road opened up. Fresh pavement, a distant glow of a truck stop sign. The clock ticked to 3:15 a.m., fuel gauge dropping normally. They pulled into a Flying J outside Kingman, shaken. Over burnt coffee, they asked the old-timer at the counter about the stretch back there. He leaned in. "That old alignment of 66, folks call it the Widow's Loop. Back in 68, a bride-to-be got left at the altar, drove out there in her dress, wrecked, burned alive. Some say she hitches rides, others say she traps drivers who take the shortcut, won't let go till you give her what she wants or bind her with salt and prayer." Jake and Rico never took that route again, but on quiet nights when the CB goes silent and the road stretches empty, Jake swears he still hears faint scratching on the roof. And sometimes, just sometimes, he checks the rear view and sees a flicker of white in the distance. If this story gave you chills, drop a comment. Have you ever had a creepy encounter on a long haul? Share below. Don't forget to like, subscribe to Eerie Narratives for more true-feeling terrors from the road, and I'll see you in the next one. Drive safe out there and watch your mirrors. Sweet dreams.